Well, back to you today, the 5-day forecast today, having a detailed look at when it's 5 days across the British Isles. It's going to be an unsettled period, and it's looking particularly wet in the south tomorrow. It's going to be a very unpleasant day across the southern half of the country. Tomorrow, some really heavy rain coming through. I mean, just generally a changeable sort of picture, really, as we run through into the weekend on in the start of next week. There will be low pressure around, bringing rain at times. Won't be a washout, there'll be plenty of dry weather. But just generally quite cool and unsettled, really sums it up. Now, before I get on with 5-day forecast, just to say about the ads, there's video ads on the page at gaswellbusiness.com. They open out within the content, and then they close back up again. So if you give them a watch, you'll be having to pay for the website. They're always quite short, sort of TV commercial length. So thanks for getting involved, thanks for doing that. There's also links to articles on all the pages. If you click through, you'll be able to go and read the article. And thanks very much for doing that again. These things are paying for the website. Allow me to sit here and talk to you via GazWeb. So thanks for getting involved. And thanks for doing that. The websites that we're using for 5-day forecasts are coming from the weatheroutlook.com and weathercentre.de. I'll link to both those websites on its place. So here is the radar picture from the Weather Outlook. And, well, there's not really any rain across the country at all today. A few showers draped around the far north and northeast of Scotland, 1 or 2 down across close to Cornwall. But really, it's a dry morning across all parts of the country. It's going to be staying dry through the course of the day. We've got a ridge of high pressure through the country. We could see the cloud bubble up just enough to generate a shower here and there, maybe over high ground, say the Pennines. But I think the bulk of the country will be dry and fine today, with good sunny spells coming through. It's going to feel quite pleasant as well. The winds are much lighter than they have been, so temperature up to 17 or 18 degrees quite widely. That seems to be low to mid-60s Fahrenheit. It should feel very pleasant indeed. Do enjoy it. Now, excuse me. Overnight, we're going to find the high pressure retreating a little bit up to the northeast, allowing this area of low pressure to begin to develop down to the southwest. So I think for Ireland and southwest England, maybe into South Wales by the end of the night, there'll be some heavy rain setting in, driven on by quite a strong wind. The rest of the country will stay dry, and for northern England and Scotland, it's going to become quite cold again tonight. Low enough temperatures for touches of ground frost, and maybe even some air frost in rural locations. The temperatures get perilously close to freezing across parts of northern England and Scotland. But the north will stay out of trouble tomorrow because you'll remain close to this area of high pressure, whereas in the south, that's where we've got the low pressure. So it really is the southern part of the country it gets the heavy rain. I think we're looking through southern counties, pushing up into central southern parts of Wales, possibly into the Midlands and East Anglia as well. That's probably about the northern extent of the rain, and some of this rain is going to be very heavy. It could deliver up to 20-25 millimetres of rain across some southern parts of the country. That's an inch of rain down in the south, so a proper soaking day across southern parts of the country. From northern England and North Wales northwards, you're going to stay out of trouble. You'll be close to the ridge of high pressure. So, yeah, I think you're going to have a pretty decent day. There'll be sunny spells coming through. Always more in way of cloud, of course, across northern England and North Wales, but sunny spells coming through, and that's where the highest temperatures will be. One of those funny days where the north gets the highest temperatures at around 13 or 14 degrees. In the south, it's going to be another very cool day, or it will be a very cool day, with temperatures barely into double figures, just 8 or 9 degrees under that heavy rain, cold and wet down in the south. Things will improve on Friday, though, as we get this ridge of high pressure starting to build in off the Atlantic, although low pressure by then will be starting to head in towards the northwest of Scotland. So cloud and rain with a strengthening wind will push into the northwest of Scotland. The rest of the country, though, the rain will clear away overnight, Thursday into Friday. Then the rest of the country will be dry on Friday itself, with sunny spells coming through. Of course, temperatures will be significantly higher down in the south. Nothing to write home about, but significantly higher compared to the day before, as we reach around 15 or 16 degrees, and in the sunny spells that will feel much better. In the north and the west, with that cloud and rain setting in, temperatures there around 12 or 13. On into the weekend, and a changeable weather stays with us. We're close to a ridge of high pressure down to the southwest of the country, so it's not going to be wet, particularly on Saturday, but it will be unsettled. There'll be a lot of cloud coming down with this west to northwesterly wind. The best of the sunshine will tend to be in the south and the southwest, I think, close to this area of high pressure, but generally quite a bit of cloud coming down. And in the north and the west, there will be showers being driven in by this wind. Temperatures on Saturday reaching around 17 degrees in the south and around 12 degrees up in the north. So still really quite disappointing temperatures really for the middle of May. It probably deteriorates as we go through into Sunday as another area of low pressure, perhaps a bit more active, starts to move in. The south and the east could start off on Sunday with a lot of dry and bright weather, but I think cloud and rain will gather across Ireland and western Scotland. That's probably going to spread in across many central northern parts of the country through the course of Sunday. The south, again, close to this high pressure, gets the best of the weather, with sunny spells coming through. Down in the south, we should be up to around 16 or 17 degrees, but otherwise, really quite disappointing temperatures at just 12 or 13 degrees, and feeling chilly, of course, with quite strong winds and rain developing. It's going to feel quite disappointing. And then we stay into Monday, or we go into Monday, we stay in an unsettled spell of weather with low pressure dominating. So we're going to find cloud and rain, I think, spreading across the country overnight, sunny into Monday. Could give quite a wet day across England and Wales on Monday, with sunshine and showers following along behind. If you follow the isobars back, much cooler air is starting to dig in from the Arctic as these areas of low pressure clear. So going out beyond sort of Monday into the middle of next week, I think we will find northerly winds coming down across the country, bringing some very, very, very cool air for the time of year. You really will notice that it's feeling very chilly by the middle part of next week. Temperatures on Monday, perhaps up to around 15 or 16 in the south, but there'll be rain around, and then in the north it is turning colder as the rain clears. Finally, have a look at the charts from the Weather Outlook, just so that you can see the weather in your area over the next few days. And here we go for today. A lovely day, lots of sunshine coming through. Temperatures nothing to write home about, but it is a nice day. It's mostly dry and fine with good sunshine. Soaking rain down in the south on Thursday. Central northern parts of the country staying out of trouble, staying mostly dry, but it'll be very cold under that rain, or very cold for the time of year anyway, down in the south. A better day for Friday with fairly good sunny spells coming through, although later on more cloud rain will arrive in the far north and west of Scotland, Northern Ireland, as the wind freshens. And then quite a lot of cloud with showers in the north and west as we go through into Saturday. Probably more in the way of rain developing in the north and the west on Sunday, but best of the dry weather will be in the south. And then quite a lot of rain really as we go through into Monday, with colder, showery conditions following up to the north. So overall, it's a very disappointing period, you have to say, for the middle of May. It's not going to be a washout. There will be significant periods of dry weather, but it's a changeable 5 days, unsettled, with showers and particularly wet down in the south tomorrow, where we'll have soaking rain and cold temperatures, and then just generally unsettled and relatively cool as we go through into the weekend, and that carries on into the start of next week as well. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.